as founders basically do one thing. We get the toughest problems nobody wants to solve, and you have to keep solving those bad problems because easy problems don't come to you. Our goal is to add one more day every month for all these billion users using AI inside Spreadsheets.
Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This episode is going to be very interesting, where we will showcase some of the folks who have been very successful or in the process of getting successful, and who have been part of the Google community or in the process of working with the Google community being showcased. So with that, I have the great opportunity of introducing Vinayak Junjhunwala. Vinayak, welcome and thank you for your time. Vinayak Junjhunwala is a co-founder of Superjoin. This is one of the startups who've been selected for the AI First Accelerator, which is being run under the Google for Startup Accelerator brand. And so tell us, first of all, congratulations for being part of the current cohort. And tell us about how you feel and how this selection happened.
Thanks for having us. Really appreciating the fantastic Google Ananta office. You've been here for the last 4 days. And we have one more day for the program to go. So we were lucky enough to get selected out of 1,700 startups which applied, and I think we are one of 20 startups which got selected. So it's been amazing. In terms of the selection process, we, as usual, filled a form. Then there were multiple meetings with folks at Google. They tried to understand what we are doing, how we are delivering value via AI, and all of that culminated to us getting selected in the program. And in the last 4 days have just been amazing with the amount of knowledge and the value we have been able to get in such a short time, right? So we had different tracks on different days: a product track, a tech track, a growth track, and the next one would be an OKR, like setting objectives, kind of a track. And all of these, Google got like different mentors, both Googlers and people in the industry, and we would not have been able to connect with these people. We got structured time from them. They were able to listen to our problems and, more importantly, give us contextual answers, right? So all of these things really helped us. And after 3 months, we have a demo day, and we are able to get in touch with these mentors in these entire 3 months. And hopefully by the end of month 3, we'll have a great demo day. We'll be able to present all the things that we have been able to solve with this program, right, by the month 3. So I'm really looking forward to it.
So how has been this week? What has Google covered during this bootcamp week?
The first day, we got to know about the program, things that we'll be learning about. We got to hear from different Googlers, right, on how the industry is moving, what are the current trends. And from day 1, day 2, day 3, we have 3 different tracks: a product track, a tech track, a growth track. And each of these days, there were product specific mentors, like PMs who have seen it all, right from 0 to 1 journeys to startups and companies where they have with millions of users, and Googlers and PMs at Google who are working at a billion user kind of a scale, right? So they were able to give us very contextual answers to our problems, which were related to acquiring users, activation, retention, figuring out how to grow this, how to give them better experience, right? So this was day 1 for us. So different mentors came in and helped us and gave us the line to keep working with them for the next 3-4 months, right? And the day 2, the tech track, even though I come from a product marketing and sales background, tech track was my favorite day because because I learned so much on that day. We got to hear from all the fantastic technology Google has built, right, and the mentors from Google and from all the other industry folks, again, with very, very specific problems that we had. One example that I can give you is around how do you build your evals? How do you solve your context problems with LLM, right? So these are very specific problems that we had, but and we were struggling with, right, building all these systems to improve our eval, our context engineering problems. So Google and folks from Google, these mentors really helped us. Okay, these are the few things that you can try. Right. So all of that really helped us. And current day that is going on is the growth day, where we had VCs coming in, we had folks who have been growth PMs, growth managers, and have scaled companies from 1 to 10s of millions of users. So their advice was invaluable. We got to know like very, very specific insights and how do you structure problems in a way where you can achieve the outcome you want to get. So that's been 3 days, 4 days for us so far, and we have the last day tomorrow, and really excited about it as well.
Awesome. Awesome, Vinayak. I hope all this advice has a compounded impact on your business.
Yes.
And so talking about compounding, so I know you've been in the hustle mode for almost 2 years, setting up Superjoin. And I know that you have a compelling value proposition because I spent last few days with you. So tell our viewers, what is your product all about and why should somebody take notice of you?
At Superjoin, we are building AI assistant for spreadsheets. Today, there are about 1 billion spreadsheet users who spend 4 to 6 hours every week working on a spreadsheet. Out of that, 90-95% of their time is spent in doing grunt work on sheets, like removing duplicates, applying formulas, changing the formats, all of this work, right? In 2025, we decided there has to be a better way. So now we are using AI to automate a lot of this grunt work that people are doing today on spreadsheets, right? And our goal is to add one more day every month for all these billion users using AI inside spreadsheets.
Wow. So I've been working on spreadsheets for at least 40 years now. I wish I had Superjoin at some time in my career early on, that I could have saved so many hours and so many days and maybe many years of my lifetime working on spreadsheets, right? I totally agree with you in terms of a value prop. You end up spending a lot of time on spreadsheets doing mundane work, and I only wish I had an agent a few years back which can actually manage my spreadsheet and do all the grunt work. Like you rightly said, the only thing you build a spreadsheet is to get some insights and you look at the data to make some decisions. But to get there, you need to do a lot of hard work, right? A lot of heavy lifting needs to happen for you to just hit the tip of the iceberg to have that ice cream, right? And if an agent can help me do that and ultimately give me insights of all the data which is sitting in my spreadsheet, that'll be awesome. I don't know that's a reality. Now with Superjoin, it looks like it's going to be a reality.
Definitely. So Superjoin works with you right inside your spreadsheet, be it a Google Sheet, be it an Excel, right? And you can just prompt and say, I want to do this. For example, I want to create a sales report, and Superjoin will automatically connect with all your data softwares, bring all that data into a spreadsheet, apply the right formulas, write graphs, create a report, and finally give you a nice dashboard on Sheets where you can now actually see the insights, work with that, right? Instead of doing, as you said, all the heavy lifting, right? So it's like hours and hours of time being saved for spreadsheet users today, and there are a billion users like that.
Super awesome. So interesting, Vinayak. So what's powering? Are you using any of the Google AI products in enabling this functionality?
Yeah, so our company runs on GCP, and we are also using Gemini 2.5 Pro in the backend along with the other models to drive this agentic AI that we have on spreadsheets. So yeah, a lot of heavy lifting is being done by Gemini 2.5 Pro today.
Interesting. So talking about Google Cloud and Gemini 2.5, and also you're also working on an agentic framework to make sure that people are able to use your agents to manage spreadsheet. How do you see the future of spreadsheet usage, especially with the advancement of AI? Every other day there's a new advancement that's happening as far as the algorithm is concerned.
Yeah.
What do you see the usage of spreadsheets happening?
That's a great question, and we have had discussions internally around this as well, and we keep having them daily. The speed at which things are moving in AI is just like mind blowing. Years and years of progress is like now compressed in months, right? So everybody has different views. So our view internally is what I can tell you, right? So we think of going from today Superjoin as a co-pilot to being an autopilot, right? Being from like a reactive agent to being a proactive agent. So if you're working on spreadsheets, can we be there while you're working on it directly, right? Before you know you need this, we have already given you a suggestion. Okay, apply this formula, do this, do this, do this. All of it is done for you, right? So that's the first big step we are taking, and over time we want to get to a place where other agents are calling Superjoin agent to get things done on your spreadsheet. So for example, think you are you have a Gmail agent, right? And you get an email saying, okay, your boss needs a sales report done, and that comes to Superjoin, and then Superjoin starts working on your behalf on a Excel file or a Google Sheets file and gets all of that sales report ready, right? Before you even know it, you have a great starting point already done. So this is how we are seeing, where you are starting off as a co-pilot, then you evolve into an autopilot, and then autonomous agents running for you in the background doing all of this work for you.
Now, with this advancement in AI, it's happening at a breathtaking pace, right, Vinayak? So now, what do you see the future of spreadsheets, and how do you see these AI agents which are working on spreadsheets, like in your case, Superjoin, evolving in the next months and years?
Yeah. So the immediate goal that we have for Superjoin today, we are still a reactive agent. User has to prompt and we give the answer and do the action on the sheet. Over time, what we want to get to, and this is a very short-term goal, maybe like a quarter, 2 quarters is where we want to get to, is going from a reactive agent to a proactive agent, right? Where while working on the sheet, for example, if you are doing if you're writing a few things, we automatically know it's almost like a very, very intelligent autocomplete. We say, okay, this is the formula that you want to apply. And this, now, if you're doing the step A, most likely thing that you want to do is step B and step C, and basically take you through this beautiful journey where we know what you need before you need it and help you save even more time. So that's the short-term goal that we have internally at Superjoin. And over the long term, how we see the world evolving is going from this proactive agents to autonomous agents, which are working for you in the background, right? So for example, if you get a ask from your manager that you need a sales report done and you need to send this file, can a Superjoin autonomous agent take that work, start building that report on an Excel file or a Google Sheet file, and before you even know, before you start the work, you already have a base layer ready, and then you can start working on refining it. So that's how we see it, where we go from a reactive agent to a autopilot, then we go to an autonomous agents. So that's how we are seeing the world move.
Amazing. So in terms of architecture, you said we have Google Cloud and then using Gemini. Are you using any agentic development kits or frameworks for that?
So yeah, so we tried a bunch of different frameworks, right? LangGraph and other ones. We ended up using our own because of the way our system need to be designed, right? All of these frameworks had some shortcomings, which was very, very peculiar to us, right? For example, some of our tools run on the front end and on the back end, right? So these nuances came into play, and for that we needed to basically use our own frameworks, create our own frameworks from the scratch. We could not rely on anything which was out of the box.
So eventually, at some point in time, you will have your agent available on the marketplace, right? So for people to call your agents to help build spreadsheets or analyze spreadsheets.
That's the goal.
Share insights, yeah.
That's the goal.
So that's amazing. That's amazing. So now, in this whole journey, I know for a fact that we met much before you joined this particular cohort of the Google for Startup Accelerator. So we've had a relationship before as a part of the Google developer community. So tell us, how has this journey been from your college time, and how this journey with Google and the community has been, and how that has kind of helped you get where you have got? What's been your learning and your experience?
Google developer communities have played an incredible role in my life. I didn't realize it until while speaking to you before we had our conversation, how important it has been in our journey, right? So I've come from a very middle class family in Kanpur, born and brought up there, and went to VIT to study. In VIT, we had these communities, developer communities. One of them was GDG VIT, and it had a very interesting structure where you would have seniors mentoring juniors, and we'll end up building projects, very specific projects for 2 months, 3 months, sitting till 2 a.m. in the night.
Wow.
So I just fell in love with this whole development and working on different products and seeing how impactful tech can be. So as soon as I joined college, I joined GDG VIT. That was my first interaction with Google Developers Group. I got to understand, okay, what is possible in using tech. And post that, I met a few of my seniors there who I'm still friends with. My entire friend group was created using is thanks to GDG VIT. And then after that, there was a program. There was an event by Google developers called GDD, Google Developer Days in Bangalore. And because
That
of
happened at the
GDG,
BIC, and
that's
I
correct.
think
Yeah,
we met there again.
yes, it was at BIEC, and that's because we were part of GDG. I got a chance to come in, and we spent a couple of days at BIEC GDD event, and that's where I met one of my mentors, Sriraman, and as a second year or third year kid.
Sriraman has been a mentor with the Google for Startup Accelerator for many years. So he's probably been associated with the accelerator part of Google for almost a decade now. So he's one of our very, very foremost mentors. So Sriraman Tyagarajan has been amazing.
So I met him there at GDD for the first time, and I wanted to do an internship. I wanted to get an internship, and it was difficult to get one, right? So I approached him, and he was kind enough to offer me one, and then I flew to Mumbai and worked for him for 3 months, and just loved it there. So
By the way, he's still running his startup called Agraha.
yeah, so I was part of the same team, and we were building voice experiences for different companies there. And then in my final year, I conducted GDG Dev Fest at
Wow.
so conducted GDG Dev Fest in VIT, where again I met this person called Kumar Rangarajan. He ran a company called Slang Labs. So I met him there.
And Kumar Rangarajan Slang Labs is one of our cohort members from the GFS Accelerator. Maybe 2017, 2018 cohort, I would say.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
maybe the-
2018 award. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
And Kumar is also now a mentor as part of the GFSA network.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah. So, this is
It's a small community.
small community. Yeah. So I met Kumar with through the Dev Fest event, and he was starting up with Slang Labs, and he liked my work and what we were doing, especially with the experience of the voice experience at Agria. And I joined Slang Labs as the 8th employee there. So my first job was through the connect we made at a Dev Fest event. And I spent 4 years working at Slang Labs. There I was in the founder's office role, so built bunch of things as that program. And finally towards like 2023, I coming from a Marwadi family, the only thing we know is business. So it was in the blood, it was written that I had to start my own startup. And one of the people I knew from my GDG college days was Abhinav, my co-founder. He's a fantastic person, and I met him. He was a senior in college. We met through the GDG community, developer community in college, and that's how. And we stayed friends, right? So I kept coming to him for different advice, different things that we were doing. So in 2023, we both realized we wanted to start up, and our philosophies matched a lot, and we decided we want to start something together. And that's how Superjoin came in. And in 2025 we applied for GFS AI accelerator program, and it's like a full circle, and we got selected, and now we are here.
Very, very amazing, right? So you started your journey as a Google developer member of a GDG Vellore, VIT Vellore. And by the way, the GDG is still very active out there. And then you became a part of the Google for Startup Accelerator by working with Sriraman and then Slang Labs. And now you got selected. You became a founder, a co-founder, and now you've been part of this cohort, and you made it in spite of 1,000+ applications coming in. So it's really amazing story, I would say. So one thing, Vinayak, so I know 3 Junjhunwalas. One is everybody knows Rakesh Junjhunwala. I also know another Professor Ashok Junjhunwala, who I know. He's one of the big professors and HOD of IIT Madras. And then of course Vinayak Junjhunwala is right here in front of me. So when is this Junjhunwala going to become famous?
Very soon. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, so talking about famous, right? So everybody, what's your advice for a lot of people who are watching this episode? So I work a lot with developers and aspirants who want to, from developing, want to become startup founders, want to build products. So now that you had a very strong founding ability, because you took up the path of building stuff instead of you actually going the conventional part of working and stuff like that. So what is your motivation behind chasing something like doing something on your own?
So my motivation, I think it's very implicit. I have to think about it. It's a very good question. I think a lot of my motivation comes from my childhood. It's I've seen my mom run her boutique. She runs a boutique, and I saw her like struggle through different problems and just kept persevering and just going ahead. Daily, just daily problems of running business. So I've seen it through my childhood, right? And that really had a very strong impact, now that I think about it, in my entire life, right? So even when I was an employee in a other startup, just like breaking walls and going through and solving problems is one of the things I just learned from her throughout my childhood. I saw her like getting some stuff is not coming, people are leaving, people are joining, adversities and overcoming them, and just keep going, right? And that's something I imbibed. Now that I think of it, it's actually that, right? I imbibed all of that since my childhood, and basically used that in all those learnings in my life as an employee. Then as a founder, right, seeing her run a business really had like, that's what I learned throughout my childhood. So one of the core motivations has been my mom running her business, and that's what I use here, right? And we as founders basically do one thing: we get the toughest problems nobody wants to solve, and you have to keep solving those bad problems, because easy problems don't come to you. Tough problems are the only thing that come to you, and our job is just to keep solving one problem after the other and keep getting up and dusting off the failures. So I think that's a long answer to your question.
Thanks, Vinayak. I think it's you summarize this beautifully. So anybody who's watching this and wants to basically get into a startup mode. So now AI is a reality. It's kind of making things that much more easier for a lot of people, so that people can actually genuinely start focusing on problems, and then get to work on interesting problems and start liking the problems, because you need to be passionate about the problems. That's an If your mother was not passionate about solving those problems, I don't think she would have persisted for so long, right? So you need to get into this zone of liking those problems, being passionate about solving it, and then AI as a tool is a very important and a strategic tool which you can use to solve these problems. So with that, I want to thank you very much for your time and wish you all the best for you and your Superjoin, and so that you become another famous Junjhunwala.